no one really prepares you for how lonely relocating abroad can be. When people talk about moving abroad, they talk about opportunities, they talk about growth, the new experience, starting over. What they don't really talk about is the loneliness that can come with it. And not just the obvious kind of loneliness, but the quiet and subtle kind that slowly creeps in after all the excitement is over. So today, I want to talk about the reality of loneliness after relocating abroad. And note, this video is not to complain or to discourage anyone, but to raise awareness, because many people are experiencing this and they feel like they are not grateful enough or something is wrong with them. So if you've relocated abroad and you've ever felt disconnected, felt lonely, felt unseen, this conversation is for you. So for most people, relocation abroad is a fresh start. But what we don't talk about enough is that relocating isn't just about gaining something. Sometimes it means losing things. You lose familiarity, you lose proximity to the people you know, you lose the comfort of being understood without having to explain yourself too much. And these losses are not always dramatic. They show up quietly in things like not having someone to call, not having someone who can relate to your struggle, celebrating your milestones alone, realizing that you don't have a go-to person yet. And that's where the loneliness often begins. Not because you are isolated, but because you are really rebuilding from zero. You might be working, you might be surrounded by people, you might even be busy almost every time, but still, in your heart, you know that something is missing. And it often comes from not having shared history with the people around you, feeling like you're not fully rooted yet, constantly being the one who have to explain your background, your culture, or experiences. It's the loneliness of not belonging yet. And because it doesn't look obvious, many people dismiss it. So they tell themselves, I chose this life. I shouldn't feel this way. People had it worse. I prayed for this, blah, blah, blah. But loneliness doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't care how grateful you are. And when we talk about the silent losses that comes with relocation, you lose spontaneous visit to family, you lose cultural familiarity, you lose the feeling of being known without effort. Because now that you're in the abroad, simple things like humor, jokes, they now require explanation before it's understood. And over time, these things can make you emotionally tired and you just give up. Because you are not just adjusting to a new environment, you're constantly translating yourself. And when people say things like you're lucky you're in the abroad, you might get a little confused, because being lucky, being brave, being in the abroad does not cancel out the loneliness. Another reality we need to talk about is building meaningful relationship abroad. Oh my God. This has to be the hardest some people face, because as an adult, most people have their established routines, they have their families, they have things that are already a part of their life. Basically, everyone is busy surviving. So to really build a meaningful friendship is hard. To encourage whoever is going through this, loneliness after relocating abroad doesn't mean you failed. It doesn't mean you are ungrateful. It doesn't mean you made the wrong decision. And it doesn't mean that this feeling will last forever. It often means that you're in the middle of who you were and who you are becoming. Belonging takes time. Building a community takes time. You are not broken. You're not weak. You are only adjusting. If this video resonates with you, feel free to share your experience in the comments and I'll be there to reply. Because your story might be a reminder that someone else needs today. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.